Stop me if you've heard this before. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl. On a day that was a whole lot of fun and really knocked out every one of the critics. Dan nailed the score. It was perfect. And your Chiefs are back-to-back possibles right now. That's a huge deal. You're going to see us. We're both in hotel rooms, so bear with us with the connection speed and that kind of stuff. I just made it to Mobile here just as the second half was kicking off, so got to see that. Dan's on his way. He's in Memphis. Welcome to Memphis. We're having a blast. Hope you guys are having a good one too. I know it was a lot of hubbub all week, but it came down to this. They hit it early, and the defense rose to the occasion. Now, there's going to be complaints, but to me, this was a full game. I didn't get to see all of it, obviously, but the defense hit it late. The offense was all over it early. You saw the whole thing. What did I miss, or is there something more important?
All I know right now is that the Chiefs' offense in the second half kind of knew that Mike McDonald was going to have their number. Like, it really felt like any time a play didn't go right, they were right back to just get the ball out. Don't even worry about throwing it downfield. And that's fine because the defense, again, decided that they were going to be the ones to close this football game out. And there were times where, the only guy that I told you guys to worry about, Zay Flowers, got loose. But then L'Jarius Sneed, clutch. There was a couple of Trent McDuffie pass breakups. There were a couple of clutch sacks. They took the time in this game and forced Lamar Jackson to do it all himself.
I was really impressed with the way the defense came together, and I tweeted it out after that. Honestly, let's be real, game-saving play L'Jarius Sneed made at the goal line. He should be the MVP of this season. When the season awards are given out, yes, Mahomes has done well. Yes, Kelce's done his thing. But nobody has come up time and time again after missing all of training camp than L'Jarius Sneed.
He's just the best, man. He's so good.
We got a little delay going.
Yeah, sorry guys, we got a delay here. So I actually might try to connect to some better internet really quickly if Ryan can take over for me.
Rock and roll. Absolutely, no worries. Nice to see you guys in here. Holly, Knicks fan, Terry, Gary, everybody's here. Thundarius, welcome. You are going to the Super Bowl, and I know some of you are going to go to the Super Bowl, so I'm excited for you. We'll see if we get credentialed this year. We'll find out. But Thundarius, thanks for the membership. As always, if you guys wanted the memberships, you saw my notes this week. Shout out to Mrs. RGR. Thanks for watching and supporting while I wasn't even in front of it. Amazing season, and that's what this wraps up to be. Now we got a couple weeks to prepare for whoever wins here tonight. But the Lamar Hunt Trophy is back in Kansas City, where it belongs, where it should unholy stay forever. But there's still 4 quarters to play, and there's still one more job to get done. So as much as I enjoy watching this, as I'm seeing it right now with Clark Hunt on the podium, the Chiefs going back, super, super pumped for them to keep on target and go get a win. I thought that you're going to have Baltimore Ravens fans go at you everywhere you go. I guarantee you tonight when I go to dinner, I'm going to have Baltimore Ravens fans coming at me. And that's okay. I would be pissed too because they're a hell of a team. They are really, really good. I was scared. Let's be real. I was scared there. They're going to yell at you about flags not thrown. They're going to yell at you at stuff that was thrown. But let's be real. Roquan Smith blew that play. Absolutely no reason for it. Yes, we got one back there, which Marcano probably should have been a PI. Yeah. It is what it is. I feel like there were calls in both directions, but this is what it comes down to. This Chiefs team was prepared because they've been here before. The vast majority of them, even the second-year players, have been here before. And I thought that Ravens team looked panicked at the end. I don't think that they could keep it together. Did I see something you didn't?
Patrick Mahomes getting the lead was what did it. It forced them to throw the football. And when you do that, you force teams to play outside of what they want to do. They stopped running the ball. And Lamar started to press.
Oh, I lost you there again too, Dan. I don't know what's going on, but now he's back kind of. Shorter answers, buddy. Shorter answers.
I don't know. I'm not sure this is going to work, but
Okay.
regardless, you force them to do what they didn't want to do.
And we
This
talked
isn't going to
about it
work.
on the Friday game plan. By taking the lead early, you were able to force them into what is you can't say that it was one dimensional, but you forced them into being something that is less like what they want to do because they wanted to grind you down. They wanted to have the lead and run all over you. Kudos to Spagnuolo, as we talked about in the pregame video on Friday, about having that continual overload of different various blitzes to go at him. I don't think he blitzed as much as he saw last week either, and so there was a bit of caution there too. Really nice play by the edges. I know Menahue went out, and that's terrible after the performance he had and the big play he had early. Karlaftis there at the end. The fourth quarter seemed to belong to him. Kudos to everybody else for making tackles, making sure that their job was done on the defensive side. I'm gonna have a bigger thought of this on Locked On Chiefs coming up later. Matt Derrick's doing live TV, so we switched the shows tonight. So I'll be over there in a bit. For Mr. Delmont Green, yeah, a nice play from MVS. He is as my friend has said, the Frank Clark of the postseason on the offensive side, coming through here. Yanni, yeah, it's crazy, right? And butt kickers burner. I'm glad you had to say this because I was gonna. Is this insane? When does a kicker screw with a quarterback from the other team who just happens to be the GOAT? I mean, let's be honest. He's the GOAT right now in this league. I think he's going to end up there too. Why in the world? But I want to know how much that triggered him. How much did Kelce and he get triggered by Tucker's pregame performance and Ray and the whole 9 yards? And there's old Sizzle out there hyping up the Ravens crowd in between plays. Like, there is plenty of stuff to get pissed off about, and I think that fed the Chiefs well. Are you able to hear me again?
Yeah, we're just going to have to deal with a slight delay, guys. Don't worry about it. My internet, as you know, in most places that have hotels aren't very good. So,
yeah, what are you going to do? I'm actually, thank you, AT&T, because I'm on this guy that is feeding us right now. So, and it's funny, Mike, you kind of nailed it too, as well as Werewolf. Thanks, buddy. The $11 million catch. Again, we talked about this going into the game where the starters didn't play in Week 18. Like, does it pay it off? Like, if he raises his game, yes, it still doesn't mean he's likely to come back. But that's, in the end, this whole season, all of our frustrations have been pointing to this postseason run to get back to where they're going right now. And you guys get to go to Vegas and rub it in their faces. So how kind of fun is that? I'm going to be bunking with Nate Tice. Nate, you don't know that, but I'm coming for you. I know he's got a baby and all that. Somebody's going to drop in, and it won't be me. I'm just teasing. But I do have some friends out there that I might have to drop in. Terry, I did not see an update. And Dan, I wanted to ask you this about Menahue. Did you see anything?
I didn't see the actual injury. It looked like he got clipped a little bit low, it wasn't that. His foot got stuck. His foot got stuck when he was chasing, tried to turn around, and then it turned in the other way. So that was what I saw. I don't expect him to miss the Super Bowl, but obviously I'm just speculating because this is right after the game, and I don't have a medical anything, and I'm not a doctor. So
that's the way that goes. Stefan, nice to see you. Welcome in from Sweden. Hope you're doing well. Nikki, good points. You know, you can't really blame Flowers. The kid's a rookie.
That was Kadarius Toney.
Sensational year. Yeah. I mean, it's not his fault at all. It's an epic play from Kadarius Sneed. And honestly, the kid's had a hell of a year. I wouldn't ride him too much at all. And Tracy, you absolutely nailed that. That was the punch by Sneed that did it. And yes, I like Brenda. I like when Brenda drops an F-bomb in there. That just makes me happy.
Oh, it's awesome.
Folks, we're going to take your super chats and make sure we answer every single one of them. It's a one-screen night for both of us as we're on the road. So if you would hit the super chat for those, we will get those answered. It's hard to see these. So otherwise, if I miss your question or something, please bear with me as we try to get there. Casey Rich, step aside and let the greatness walk through. Can we make that a T-shirt? Yeah, where did that come from? I don't know what that is.
I don't have a clue. But I'm going to take this moment to say hello to my daughter, Avery. Hi, Avery. I know you're watching right now. I love you. And, listen to your mom because you need to do that. So Enjoy dinner and enjoy the Chiefs win, baby.
And to my girls, do your homework. Love you. Hey, you got stuff to do. But I know mom and the girls are on, so they had a good time watching the game. They saw more of it than I did. So cheers to that. Terry, you can doubt the Chiefs. You can disrespect the Chiefs, but you have to deal with the Chiefs. Yes, you do. And we're becoming this fan base, and I include myself in that sometimes, and this is one of them, that everybody loves to hate.
Yes.
It's gonna get worse now. Just going back. I mean, we're going to take a big step back in the offseason, no matter the outcome of the Super Bowl, to really take into account everything that this means and what we've seen in this run since 2019. It really is epic and dynastic. And everything that we talked about then, and we were kind of scared to say, this is a dynasty. Win, lose, or draw in the Super Bowl, this is a dynasty, and it's there now, and the whole league has to deal with it.
I've never shied away from using that word ever since they got back to the second one and then won last year. I was never shy about that. I'll tell you guys right now, I'll address this. I don't know if Ryan got to this off the top, but yes, I was. I predicted the Chiefs to lose this game 20-17. Funny enough, like Ryan said off the top, I did get the score right for the Chiefs, though. I actually got their point total right. So the Chiefs defense came up and told me, not going to happen. They ain't getting 20 points, and they didn't get 20 points. You could see how I would have gotten there, though, with the drives that they were having and some of the things that did happen. And once again, Zay Flowers is a fantastic football player. We don't usually see coverage busts from L'Jarius Sneed. He had a coverage bust. I don't know if it was specifically on him, but I know that there was a coverage bust there, and they are much better coached than that. So that was an unfortunate turn of events. But at the end of the day, I told you guys that I would admit it, be very happy that I was wrong. And obviously I'm extremely happy to be wrong about the Chiefs losing that game, because I mean, my wife and I, we did the same stuff. I'm wearing my Chiefs, my Chris Jones jersey, because I have this routine in the postseason where we wore our jerseys, we drank out of the Chiefs cups, everything like that. All of it stayed the same. And we watched the game together on FaceTime. So yeah, this was as much our victory, I feel, when you do the same thing over and over again, as it is the Chiefs.
I myself have only one routine, and that is I never do the same thing twice. So I have zero routine, and things like this and trips like this will do that. Now, remember, folks, like, sub, hit the bell if you're new to us. Yes, we do these crazy things when we're on the road. We're not always on the road, though. No. You're going to usually get studio quality production from us. Not the case tonight, but we're going to bear with it. We're also both down, or Dan will be tomorrow, here in Mobile, Alabama for the Senior Bowl, for looking at the next version of Chiefs that are coming to you. So hang tight. Once we get past the Super Bowl, it'll be all draft all the damn time. So I hope that you guys are ready for it. Jeremy, you're absolutely right. All the O2 companies around town got their money today because folks needed it. And hey, there are worse things to spend your money on, right, than making sure that you're properly oxygenated after this kind of ball game.
Yeah, right. I mean, George Carlaftis, we saw him just sucking on oxygen there because they were hurting. They were exhausted. And honestly, I'm a little surprised that the Ravens didn't try and take advantage of that and run the ball. Honestly, that's what they should have done a little bit more at the end there. But guys, I just found out that my daughter has her first loose tooth. So tonight is just full of things happening. And that's good job, Avery. Make sure you brush well.
Get her done, Miss Avery. Keep that thing clean. Kyle, appreciate you, buddy. Moment not too big for Baltimore. We've been there before. Moment got too big. Yeah. This team will never lose again. I'd walk 1,000 miles to empty your dishwasher. Isn't that what Shorzy says? Yeah, there's something in there. Yeah, I mean, and it's nothing against Baltimore. They're a good team. And other than being overly aggressive in their guys that weren't on the field tonight, I do feel like they're on the upswing, especially, I mean, Zay Flowers is real. Yeah. He's progressed so much faster than I expected him to. He has surpassed how fast Rashid Rice has progressed. And you got to give him a chance at Rookie of the Year. If it wasn't for C.J. Stroud, those two guys might be in the running, right? So kudos to them. Isaiah Likely pouring in. Andrews coming back to try to help this team. Good for them. Their defense is real. Hamilton, criminally underdrafted after we knew he was the top guy at that position in his class.
Yeah.
It just kind of all rolls together, and it's a good opponent. And I'm going to go out on a limb and tell you guys right now, we're going to see him again in this championship game next year is my guess.
That wouldn't shock me at all. It also wouldn't surprise me if they didn't get back. We know how difficult it is.
Yeah.
I mean, teams, the Bills have not gotten back to an AFC championship game after the Chiefs beat them a few years ago. It doesn't happen all the time. You have to take advantage of it when you do. And I'm going to talk really quickly about how I felt the Chiefs won this football game. I think that they knew that in the second half, they would not be able to move the ball. I think that they knew that because, one, Mike Macdonald's second half has been fantastic all season, and they would have an understanding of what the Chiefs were doing. So in the first half, they said, we have to do everything we can to put points on the board. That's why we saw Andy Reid go for it on fourth down there. They said, we need to rack up as many points as we can right now because we won't be able to score in the second half. I feel like that was an accepted game plan for the Chiefs. And then on the other side, it was get out to the lead, force the Ravens to have to throw the football to be in this football game, and find ways to get some turnovers. And honestly, it makes a ton of sense because they did not move the ball in the second half. They could not run the ball. And they really had some drives. Thank you, all of those personal fouls, because you kind of let Chiefs get into your head a little bit. Kind of did. But at the end of the day, this was the game plan, I feel like. I feel like this was, they need to get out early, get out quickly. And they did. They took advantage of the fact that the Ravens didn't necessarily know what the Chiefs were going to do in the first half of this football game. So they took advantage as much as they possibly could. And then you get a couple of turnovers and, Ryan disappears halfway through, or maybe I disappeared halfway through. I don't know. But what I do know is that this game turned out maybe exactly the way the Chiefs wanted it to go. So I am going to keep going here. I don't know if Ryan got this one, so I'm going to get it. Thank you very much, Thundarius.
Yep, got that one a little bit earlier while you were flipping around. We're all
good. To make sure.
Why don't we run through them before we do the stat breakdown? Because I have to switch screens to do it. So take over and just run off. Let's go through all the super chats and everything we have.
All right, let's do it. Kyle, thank you for your 5. Moment we did that
just
one.
Did that
thank
one.
You. Appreciate you. And that's right, Thundarius. You got to fight for your right to party, like Travis Kelce says. It's his thing now. Every single time they go to a Super Bowl, he's going to say it, and he's going to ride it out. I got no problems with it.
Did I miss it, or is Jason shirtless and drunk somewhere again?
No, he was. I briefly saw the hug from him and Travis.
Okay.
So
all right. I just wanted to make sure because maybe he could have got crazy and they decided we're not going back to him in the fourth quarter.
It would be
what I got to see.
It wouldn't shock me at all. Jason Kelce's a wild card, man, and he supports his brother 100%, and that's that's why he and Travis get so much attention because they are like brothers personified. No matter what happens, they will always support each other, and it's incredible. So I love what they're doing. Thank you again for that, Thundarius. Appreciate the support. Daryl, thank you for the 2. Now they will call us a dynasty. Yeah. I mean, there's zero questions about that. You go to 4 Super Bowls in 6 years, yeah, you might be a dynasty.
Yeah, I mean, somebody will argue. Some Pats fans definitely going to argue, but yeah, it's there, and I think you're going to start hearing that before the Super Bowl from all the national talking heads as well. Not to slow you down, Dan. Keep going.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We can go. We can go here. Jonathan, thank you for your question. Who would you like to see in the Super Bowl, Ryan? Who do you want?
My good buddy Buster is a Lions fan, and I pull for them, and I think it would be cool for you. But I want a rematch with CMC version of the Niners. That's what I want. I want red on red.
I want the Pins. They started the season against the Lions, lost, and I want to see them finish the season against the Lions and beat them. That's what I want to see.
All right. Damn, that's a damn good story, too.
It is, too.
Yeah,
right?
Okay. So I'll flip a coin and have a beer, and we'll see what happens.
All right. Appreciate the question, Jonathan. Dez, thank you for the 2. Pulling for the Lions of 49ers. Yep, that's what we just gave you guys. Lions for me, and I flipped Ryan in that as well. So, yeah, we were able to make that happen. Sean, thank you. Jeff Ravens just found out the Grim Reaper is alive. And, well, I think that everyone should understand now. it doesn't matter what playoff game it is, doesn't matter what they've done. Patrick Mahomes as an underdog in the postseason is not a team, not somebody that the team wants to see. They don't want to see it. They absolutely don't, because Patrick takes it personally. We've seen petty Mahomes. This is villain Mahomes. This is exactly where he wants to be. He wanted to turn himself and this team into villains, because that just makes it, everyone's after you. The Ravens gave them their best shot, and it wasn't enough in this game.
No. It's and guys, I have multiple ideas going through my head. I'm not going to be able to work design this week like I had hoped to. I thought I'd have extra time being here. Now I won't. So when we get back to it, I've got a nice I've got a shirt for Patrick. You guys can get here coming out. It's called the King of New York. We'll have something to do with crab cakes, and obviously the Reaper will return. So look out for the merch coming. Loving it.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you. Holly, welcome to the memberships. Tracy, welcome in, Tracy. Thank you so much, you guys. Woo! Having a hell of a year with the members, and you guys consistently gifting subs. Like, that's just so cool.
Yeah.
Continuously seeing that stuff from you guys. It's fantastic. Thanks for joining up, Tracy, and thanks for pointing it out, Holly. As always, appreciate you. Chiefs, again, we will get some guys, or will we get some guys back for the Super Bowl? Yeah. Joe Toney, I don't know. He's looking for a second opinion. I don't know. Have no idea. Yeah. I would imagine Willie Gay. I would imagine Willie Gay. We'll find out about Charles Omenihu, but I think at worst you're getting Willie Gay back. Yeah. Everybody else is kind of up in the air.
Yeah, I think that's true. I don't know what's going on with Kadarius. I understand there was some hubbub. He's ranting somewhere. I haven't seen any of it. I don't know what any of it is. You probably know better than I do, but I don't know what that means about anything. So
he just said that the Chiefs are lying about his injuries. So I would be putting a lot of money on him not playing for this team again. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, take the under. Take the under.
Take the under. All right. Thank you, Steven, for the $4.99. This Chiefs team is going to the Super Bowl, baby. That's right. The AFC screwed up badly. You know what? Honestly, I don't even know if the AFC screwed up, because what could they do? The Chiefs beat themselves all season. No team, and they still tried to in this game. They still did. They tried to.
And they had a murderer's row of teams to beat in this playoff run, right? Miami, Bills, and now the Ravens. The team that said, no, they're too good. Their defense is too stacked. You can't do it. Yes, they can.
They can. They did. And it didn't matter. It didn't matter how many injuries they had. It didn't matter that the Ravens defense is by DVOA the best since this. Apparently this Ravens team is the best DVOA team since Andy Schatz started doing it, or Aaron Schatz started doing it, ever. And it does not matter. Mahomes is inevitable. He's just inevitable.
Yeah, I'm working on that one too. There's a lot of copyright on that one. I'm just warning you.
Thank you very much for that, Steven. Oh, Cody, the Pat Mahomes dragged these wide receivers to the Super Bowl. How about them? So let's talk really quickly, because this is a good point to talk about Travis Kelce. Everyone talked about how Travis Kelce was toast this season. He took a step back. Let's be honest about what happened to Travis Kelce, because we know. We watched it. He got hurt multiple times this year. Multiple times. And then in the middle of the season, when he was starting to feel a little bit better, teams were like, let's just take Travis away. Let's take him away and force the Chiefs team to beat us to other players. It was working for a long time. Rashee Rice stepped up. That was a great thing to see happen. But Travis Kelce got a week off in week 18. You want to know why? We all thought he'd play to get the record, right? To continue his record streak. He had this in mind. You have 11 receptions on 11 targets for over 100 yards and a touchdown in the AFC Championship game against this defense.
It's crazy. Good Lord, man. In fact, I haven't even started to look at our underdog yet. Folks, if you were with us on the Friday game plan, we hit a bunch of them, and it feels like we did pretty good, but I haven't had a chance to look. Maybe Dan will screen that while we're after it here, and I'll get to a couple more of your comments.
Yeah, you go for it. You go for it, and I'll keep going here because I don't have access to your stuff. So thank you, Cody, for that.
All right, sounds good. Go.
Cal, thank you for the question. And is this the worst Chiefs team the NFL should be scared, right? I mean, we talked all season about how this team continues to get in their own way. But we've also kind of made it a point to say if they get out of their own way, they can beat anybody. And they continuously show that they can beat anybody. So yeah, they didn't put enough weapons around Mahomes. The offensive line has been kind of spotty, in and out. Their tackles have been in and out. Yeah, but we said this is the best defense that Patrick Mahomes has ever had. And here we are.
Yeah.
Ravens scored 3 points. Ravens scored 3 points in the second half.
It's crazy.
You have an update?
No, I have to update the app before I can open the dang thing.
Of course. Love it. Daryl, tell me something good. Thank you for the 5. Tell me something good. Tell you something good. Tell all of us something good. This is fantastic. The Lions just scored a touchdown. They're up 7-0. Like, we have lots of stuff going on here. I'm actually going to put this game on really quickly because I have the remote right here next to me. I'm going to see what we got here because that's awesome.
I was just trying to do the same damn thing.
Appreciate the support, Daryl. Thank you very much. Kevin Pippin, if Chiefs win the Super Bowl, do you guys believe the rumors of Andy retiring? If so, who do you want to see? Who do you see or want for the new possible head coach on the horizon? No, I don't believe Andy Reid will retire at all. I don't think Andy Reid is tired. I think Andy Reid, one, is still hungry. The fact that they were able to get to the Super Bowl with this team shows you that Andy Reid is still hungry. Look at the game plan he put up in the first half. They should have put up 24 points. It should have been a blowout. And Andy Reid did that. That was Andy Reid and Matt Nagy. They all did that. Andy Reid does not want to stop. He's second now on the all-time list of postseason wins. Andy Reid's coming. That's what this is for me.
I have to agree with you. It feels like it's just a stop along the way. I don't think this changes anything.
I don't either. It's awesome. Thank you for the question, Kevin. Sean, thank you for yours. I called a week for Carlaftis to have himself a day. What do you know? That when Ryan and I know I made you look up because I thought I was pausing really quickly. When Ryan and I, again, did not necessarily like the George Karlaftis pick, I got to tell you right now, dead wrong. Dead wrong. What I just saw tonight, the cornering ability that he has seemingly picked up that he did not have as a rookie, that is a game changer for him. It is.
Yeah.
He's still not a number one, and he doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be number one, but he is a certifiable number 2, and no doubt in my mind, like a stud number 2.
And he's fixed his impediments, the things that we were not so excited about. So, yeah. Here's the results. I'll just have to do this with it. We were really, really close. 18 yards for Rashee Rice, and we'd have
the touchdown
in our pocket.
The touchdown that would have done it.
Yep. Other than that, we nailed it. In fact, if we had just taken the insurance, we would have been 600 plus on today. So it is what it is. But hey, it's what you get, right?
Jamison Williams end around touchdown was what that was, by the way.
Oh, well, aren't we excited? Callie, hope you're doing good. I can't even think. Hope you guys are having a blast. I'm sitting alone in a hotel room, so is Dan. Yeah. You guys are why we're having fun.
Yeah,
I'm about to call my family when we're done.
Yes. We're having fun because you guys are in here. Thank you all. And thank you for the support, Callie. Holly, this is what this was about earlier. So we stacked up these questions and then we got to yours a little bit early. But yes, thank you for 10 more gifted subs, Holly. You guys continue. Use those. And Ryan, since you know how to do this so well, I saw a couple people asking how to get into the Discord. Why don't you take this time to flash up there what we got?
Okay, so go into your Discord, log into your settings, and then it's a tab called Connections. In that, it will let you log into your YouTube account as well. And when you do, you are connected automatically if you're at the rookie level or above. If you're below, it'll still let you in the little waiting room. It's just the basic one. But if you're rookie above, it'll let you in instantly. It's all connected. You can thank FLDB for doing that because he figured all that stuff out.
Yes, cheers, thank you, FLDB.
Now, Stevie Keys and all the regulars are still in there, so that's how you can get in and interact with everybody and see everything, because Stevie's always dropping information from everywhere over there. Like, he's on the net more than I am, and that's pretty impressive, so well done.
It's very true. Yes, he's always sharing stuff with me, making sure I don't miss like Michigan breakdowns, and he's great. He's great. Tony G, thank you for your question. Ryan and Dan, I blame you for Beach not drafting Zay Flowers. Man, we could have been so explosive. That's not on us. That's on Brett Beach for trying to trade up, and then he couldn't trade up, so they couldn't go get him. Actually for other teams for trading up. And again, the Chiefs thought they were pretty okay at wide receiver. They were going to take a defensive end or a defensive player in the first round, no matter what, most likely because I believe they were trying to trade up to get Mozzie Smith or something like that. They were not trying to get a wide receiver.
Well, and let's be honest. I mean, his spot, you can run Zay from anywhere, right? But I like him best in the slot. I think the Chiefs liked him best in the slot. You got Sky in there. You got KT in there. You got a number of guys that wanted to use Rasheed in there a lot. There just wasn't room for him unless you did without Rasheed and you were moving on. If he was in this class, I think be taking a long, hard look at him, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And I think that right now what we're seeing is after the interview that Rich Eisen had with Rashee Rice, it felt like the Chiefs had their plan in place. They had decided to draft Rashee Rice. So their plan was always to go up and get him in the second round. And it felt like that they were just going to see what happened in the first. And they drafted FAU, and then they waited and come and get in Rashee Rice. So I understand, and I also know that Zay Flowers has done a lot in this year already, and I don't know if his trajectory would have been the exact same as Rashee Rice's. I don't know if we're seeing the tough runner after the catch like we're seeing Rashee Rice in this specific offense. He'd be good. I think he'd be very good. I just have some questions about how they would use him, especially because they expected Kadarius Toney to be that guy. That's not.
I look forward to acquiring him on his second contract. How's that?
Adam, thank you for your support as always. What do you guys think about Kadarius Toney saying on AIG that the Chiefs are lying about his injuries? Oh boy, what do I think about that? I think that Kadarius Toney is maybe not going to be on an NFL team next year. And I tweeted that out yesterday, and I deleted it after the news about his baby came out. I probably should have left it up against better judgment. Probably should have left it up because I think it's true at this point. I don't think he's playing for anybody next year.
I mean, there are times where teams actually and players do have disagreements where he feels he's good enough to play and the team doesn't, whether it's the physician or the trainers or the coaches. The question is, has he run out of road? Has he worn out his welcome? And that's going to be, I think, the deciding factor.
Yeah, I'm with you. And again, we've kind of gotten to the point where if the Chiefs can't make him, if the culture can't turn around his attitude and turn him into a player that's not going to cause problems and not go on IG Live saying that the Chiefs are lying about stuff, probably not going to happen for him very much. Yeah. I appreciate you, Adam. Gary, what's going on? Ryan and Dan, did you see Chris Jones being with KC next year, or do we see him? No, I don't see him being with the Chiefs next year. I think they're going to tag and trade him.
I wish I could say this. In fact, I'm getting more and more texts about what's going on and how they continue this dynasty, and that's going to be the big question. If Chris wants to get another one and wants to stay in one place, he could back off of his demands. That's not out of the realm of possibility, especially when you see when the grass is greener and you just saw the other three teams that you might want to play for get blown out, or let's not call it blown out, that's an exaggeration, but get knocked out against a team who didn't have a wide receiver one until 3 weeks ago. You know what I mean? So, I mean, bigger surprises have happened, but I think it's a long shot at this point, Gary. I'm sorry to say.
Appreciate you, Gary. As always, with your questions. Longmorn, thank you for the 5. My friends from high school in the class of 1980 chat during the games as we remember the lean years. This is fun, man. It is fun. It is fun. And honestly, all you Chiefs fans that have dealt with the team longer and have been fans longer deserve this. You deserve this. And Patrick knows that you do. And that's part of the reason he's doing it, other than, being an all-time great and all. No big deal.
I cheated. I didn't become a Chiefs fan until they drafted Derek. So, I mean. I wasn't there in the really bad years.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. Oh man, I wasn't there either. So
you weren't alive. Shut up.
T Breezy Miami, thank you for the $4.99. Man, MBS stepped up, even though I still see him and KT getting released. I'll never talk down on him again. Back to back. And we covered this last week. You made 2 big plays, and congratulations for maybe a couple of rings. You got one last year. You might get one this year. Thank you, and we'll see. Maybe we'll see you somewhere in the NFL next year, because it's not going to be in Kansas City. But at the end of the day, making plays, big moments. That 3rd and 9 took some guts from Patrick Mahomes to throw it up to MBS, and MBS came down with it. He gets all the props in the world for the plays he's made the last 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, that's much like Frank Clark. The analogy is not lost on me that you, in the end, are going to pay those guys for their postseason play, not their regular season play. And that's just the way that it works out. It's infuriating, because imagine if you had this game at home, what it would look like. But in the end, they were able to overcome as a team, get back there, and that's the bottom line.
Yeah, that's what matters. Appreciate the support, T Breezy. Thundarius, what's going on? Appreciate you still being in here, giving us some more support. Thank you for the 5. Chiefs will play a postseason game in Vegas Stadium before the Raiders. Undefeated in Vegas. Buried KC flag. Destiny, you tell me.
Oh, God. Yeah, absolutely.
Think about Thundarius. That's a fantastic train of thought we got going on there. And amazing. Destiny sounds about right. This Chiefs team is just destined to be great. More nicotine. Thank you for the 2. Pay Pacheco before he hurts himself bad. Well, if you think he's going to get hurt, if the Chiefs think he's going to get hurt, you think they're going to pay him? Because I'm going to say they're not going to pay him. He's still got 2 years on his contract, so we're going to see what happens with him. But I gotta tell you, he's still been just a tough embodiment of what they need to do. And in the second half, he was having a rough go, but really great.
But they didn't give up on him. Neither did he. And that's what bore the fruit. Because you tell me, because the Ravens defense does not look fresh to me. Like that took a toll on them as the game wore on.
Yeah, but they still got way better defending the run. Like they also got a lot of breathers in the second half because the Chiefs are going 3 and out and punting the football. So all of that to say that they knew they needed to do it early. They ran the ball well early, and that helped the play action game. It didn't help in the second half because they couldn't really do much in the Ravens were teeing off. But I give lots of credit to Pacheco for the energy that he continues to bring for this team. It's second to none. I'll tell you that much. Another one, T Breezy. Thank you. Who would you guys prefer, Lions or 49ers, and why? So we both now want the Lions because I personally just want to see them beat the Lions to cap their season off the way it started. Playing them, losing to them, and then winning in the Super Bowl would be a way to go.
They would kind of wipe out that loss, right? I mean,
it would. Obviously, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Would not matter. All right, we're going to breeze on through here. More nicotine. Thank you. We are so close to 5 straight Super Bowls. Yeah. And that's what greatness is. Again, don't take it for granted, fans. Don't take this for granted. It does not happen. This kind of stuff, it doesn't happen. Teams don't do this. The Patriots
enjoy the hell out of this.
Yeah, the Patriots built this aura that it's easy. And they made it look easy for a while, but we just watched a whole season where nothing really looked easy. And they were able to still find a way to get there. So appreciate it, revel in it, and rub it in all your friends' noses, faces, everything that they aren't Chiefs fans. The Breeze, what's going on? Thank you for the $9.99. Let's be honest. The Chiefs were counted out all year. Yes, they were. They far surpassed expectations, and if they win the Super Bowl, the tears of the haters will taste better than any of Ryan's recommended brews. That's a fantastic little soliloquy there.
That's nice. Hold on.
Yep, cap it.
Because I'm not at home, so I can't just screen it. So yeah, that's the way I'm doing that, folks. Low tech is my name tonight.
Oh, you guys, fantastic! You guys are being so amazing with all of the continuous support. Man, you guys, we're going to try to get through these super chats so we can give you some more of our thoughts from the game. Brenda, thank you for the 11 for the MVS catch. That is honestly, if MVS has like a donate thing or a link somewhere, everyone should probably go donate $11 to that. That would be a fantastic thing, I think, to do for him. But thank you very much for giving us some support and you guys continuously being here with us. Almost 1,000 people in the chat. Take 2 seconds, hit that like button, get us out there to more of those Chiefs fans. Why don't Ryan take over here a little bit so I can get some water?
Andrew, great question. How do you feel about the Super Bowl? Well, I'm trying to live in the moment, but I will tell you this. I have been thinking about that through the last few days in the run-up to this game. And it does feel to me like the underdog story that the Lions present is something worth squashing. Sorry, Lions fans. But it's also because of the way that this season started. And if it wasn't for the Lions game, them beating the Chiefs in week 1, that started the landslide of Chiefs ain't gonna got it. It's gone. It's over. It's done. So I'd like to wipe that out. But if you ask me who the better team is, it's the Niners, in my opinion. We'll see what happens tonight. Right now, they're not proving that. Yeah. But overall, in my opinion, that's what it feels like. And I want to beat the best, and I want nobody to be able to say they didn't take them out. You know what I mean?
I think the Chiefs just beat the best team left in the playoffs. I think they just did. Right. So I really like their chances at whoever they play. Because let's be honest, the 49ers' best version of their run game is outside. They can run up the middle. They can. That's not where their strength is. It's the wide zone. It's the outside zone. And how good are the Chiefs against that? Go ask Miami. You ask them how good they are at it. They'll give you a pretty good answer to that question. Appreciate you, Andrew. Faithful, thank you for the $1.99. Who is the matchup for the Chiefs that's best? So for what's best, I would say, I'll be honest. The Lions have the best rush defense in football. Did not know that. They do. And the 49ers don't have a really good pass defense, and their run defense isn't very good either.
And it's been proven the last 2 weeks. I drafted Gibbs this week in my playoff fantasy run. Sorry for you guys that are in that league with me. Specifically because of that reason. That's a fair point.
So, I mean, looking at the way that this postseason has gone, I'd say that the best matchup is the 49ers defensively. But in totality, the offensive weapons against the Chiefs defense, I think the Lions are still the team that I would rather face. Both are very good run offenses that give you some matchup problems with the way that they use their players. But Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, and Deebo Samuel, plus Christian McCaffrey is better than what the Lions have.
Absolutely. I'm totally with you. Folks, last call for Super Chats. I'm going to have to do the Locked On Chiefs show here coming up quickly. So we're going to run through the Super Chats we have. If you want in, go ahead and throw it out there now. Make sure you like, sub, hit the bell if you're not in on it already.
Thank you very much for the 1 month, Daniel. Let's freaking go. Chiefs Kingdom, back-to-back champs, baby. Let's do it. They got one more game. One more game left.
How creepy good would that be? Good Lord.
It would be insane. Quentin, thank you for the 5. From here on out, every year I'm saying that we're going to be one and done in the playoffs. I said it last year and this year. Find something that works for you and ride it until it doesn't anymore. That's exactly the one I like to see, Quentin. Okay, no, thank you for the 5. So excited. So is the new conspiracy theory that MVS sandbagged it all year for these last 2 games? No. I just think he was bad all year until now. That's what
I think he started to actually care. This is a playoff game. We won't play again if I don't do something. Okay.
I'll give him some credit. A lot of these players turned it up in the postseason.
Yeah.
We got game balls to give out too, because I got a game ball to give out.
Okay.
Oh boy, do I have a game ball to give out. Nick, thank you for being here for 12 months as a member. Patrick keeps surprising even the most diehard Patrick believers. I think he just wanted to see how many people he could carry to a Super Bowl. And I know people want to say that I was doubting him. I didn't doubt him. I doubted the injuries. I doubted all that other stuff, the other noise, and that's fine. And I'll take that one on the chin because I deserve it for not predicting them to win. So at the end of the day, I'm with you, Nick. He loves making people look like they don't know what they're talking about, and he does it on a routine basis. Alex, thank you for the $4.99 until Ryan gets back here because his camera keeps going out. I'm shocked. There you are. There he is. Did Mahomes really manage this game for a win? Yeah. He did.
Yeah.
This is one of the most impressive wins that Patrick Mahomes has, in my opinion. It just is. And Ryan there he is. Don't touch your camera. Don't touch your camera.
I'm not.
Still doing it. All right. So as he figures out what's going on with his camera, I do believe this is one of the most impressive victories in Patrick Mahomes' career. Period. Bar none. End of story. So yes, Alex, he absolutely did. And let's hope he continues to do that for the rest of his career. Brosifus, $5. Thank you very much for the support. With Rice's emergence, do we need a $20+ million free agency or first round wide receiver? Can we roll out Kelce, Rice, and a solid number 2 type? No. Rice is your legit 2. I don't think that Rice is a 1, and that's not a disrespect to him at all. He's very good at what he does, but they don't use him as a number 1 wide receiver, and I'm not sure he can fully win on the outside consistently enough to be a number 1 wide receiver. I don't know about you, Ryan.
I mean, I think if you changed his usage, if you were going to use him like Mike Evans or something like that, like you see the Bucs have done over the years, or even D-Hop back in the day, right? Like you could change the offense to make him and use his skill sets as the number 1. But I agree. I think he's best as the complement, as the power complement to a true deep threat, like crazy athlete type in the mold of Tyreek Hill. I mean, we know that works, right? I don't like the $20 million free agent. I actually see a $12 or $14 million agent and 2 picks in this draft that aren't in the first round is what I see.
I'm with you. Well, I like that. I like that path much better. I think that they can really improve themselves quickly this offseason with the draft as well. Night Hunter, welcome in. Thank you for the 10. Thank you, Night. Appreciate you. Super Bowl 58. We got to win this for DT.
Shite. That's
always.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
It is true. And I love it when we see some LFGs in the chat. My favorite. my favorite expression. XRP. Thank you for the $4.99. I'm honestly not sure really who the real magician is. Mahomes, MVS, or Veach. I'm eating crow over Veach in the wide receiver room. Right now, everyone is. But that's just really quickly. The wide receiver room's not good. Okay? It's not. I had, the guy that I thought would make an impact that didn't was Hardman. You want to know why? Because they didn't play him. He wasn't playing in this game. He did not play. He played 1 snap that I saw. 1 snap. So the wide receiver room is still not good. It's not good. Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, Rashee Rice, and honestly, let's talk about Matt Nagy helping out too. He helped build that game plan for the last 3 weeks. He helped build it. So give him some flowers too, because everyone's been dogging on him all year. He deserves a little bit of the credit. You got anything else to add to that, Ryan?
No, you nailed it.
Thank you. Thank you, Lawn Morning, for the 2 chances of Toney and Gay back in 2 weeks.
I got Gay at probably 80, 90%. I got Toney at about 20%.
Until we know more about his injury, I don't think he plays. Because what I saw earlier was that they think that some doctors think it's torn. Which if he's got a torn pec, he's not playing.
And just to reiterate what I told everybody that night, when somebody tells you it's a strain of a particular muscle, that means it's a partial tear. That's what a strain is. They are graded up to a full tear. So there can be varying opinions on it.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully that answered your question, Long One. Hopefully we get those players back too, because that'd be great to see the Chiefs with those guys. Kato, what's going on? Thank you for the 2. That's right, baby. We got it. We shook up the world. Everyone. I saw so many people, and myself included, predicting the Chiefs were going to lose. Like that's what it is. Everybody thought they'd lose that game.
Yeah, Sando's piece this week on The Athletic pulled a random 9 NFL executives. I think they all picked the Ravens. Maybe one of them went Chiefs. That's it. Like nobody thought this was going to happen.
Lions up 14-0. By the way.
Oh, damn.
Here we go. Daryl, thank you for the 5. Who is the player of the game? Thank you, Daryl. We can get some of our game balls here while we're doing these super chats. I'm going to give one of my game balls because I'm going to probably give 3 because this is a game to give them. Justin Reid. People have been crapping on Justin Reid for the last few years. And what does he do in the postseason? He continues to play excellent football. That out of the half, when the Chiefs went 3 and out, he came in that first play and established physicality with Gus Edwards. That wasn't Justice Hill. That was Gus Edwards that he leveled. Let's not forget. He had some very good plays in coverage. He blitzed. He had I think he had a sack, if I'm not mistaken. Just Justin Reid. He had multiple pressures in this game. He was everywhere. And he deserves a game ball for how he's been playing for this Chiefs defense.
My first game ball, and I'll give multiples too as we go through this. This guy has watched this team win from the other sidelines within the division.
Yeah.
Decided to pick up a cheap contract. He's underpaid, let's be real. And just happened to walk into a situation where he can be the leading tackler in the AFC Championship game. Drew Tranquill made a difference today. He was one of the best gets that Veach has gotten in the last couple of years. He will be back. He has to be back. And that helps the dynasty continue as well. So one of the game balls goes to Drew Tranquill.
My daughter told you to be better, by the way.
Okay. Just in general, or
just in general. That's all I got. Be better, Ryan, is what my wife texted me. That's
Ryan, you're better than this.
That is hilarious. my daughter, 5 years old now, is giving Ryan tips on how he should be doing this. So Thank you, Avery. Appreciate that. Oh, that's funny.
Yes,
wow,
Avery.
And we'll give the rest of the game balls, I think, out as we get towards the end here. But that's just a little preview. Appreciate that, Daryl. And yes, yeah, that's right, Cato. We shook up the world. Yes, man. Appreciate more support. Another $2 for you from you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Gnarly Marley, $5. Thank you, MVS. Boat still moving on in 3 weeks. Yeah, I think we all can agree. I don't think that MVS deserves to have, his entire play this year forgiven. I think that we can separate the regular season from the postseason. I think that's what we should do, and what we need to do is MVS has been a much better player in the postseason. He's been targeted, 5 times in the postseason? Caught all of them? That's what you do. You get the opportunity that Patrick gives you, you take care of it. That's what he did.
Yep.
So,
yep.
And they'll say, thank you very much. We'll see you somewhere else probably. Rob, thank you for the 10. I think this is the best overall Chiefs team the Chiefs have had. Am I wrong? Chiefs keep on chugging. I think that this taught them how to win in any way, shape, or form. Last year they had what? Go ahead.
No, I'm not trying to cut you off. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say last year, they had like this formula. They had that run game going. They had, Juju and Travis, and Sky was making some plays. Kadarius at the end there was making plays. They had like guys that were just stepping up in big moments. And this year was their most adverse season that they've ever had. The adversity is what builds character. That's why there's these sayings as you're playing football, in high school, middle school. Like, adversity builds character, and it does, because we just watched this team face more adversity than they've ever felt and ever had, going on the road to Buffalo and then to Baltimore against two teams that were, let's be honest, playing some of the best football in the NFL. They went into their house, they didn't blink, and they won.
Yep, snatched it from them. Rob, I like where your head's at, like in terms of balance, in terms of the offense being equal with the defense. Yes, this is the best team overall they've had yet, because all three phases are contributing. You're not having the special teams be like, the redheaded stepchild that like takes away from everybody else's accomplishment. It's not all offense. It is a true team, and you have a very good point.
Yeah, I love it. If I could talk, that'd be nice. I love it, Rob. Thank you very much for the support. Scott, thank you for the $4.99. Defense wins championships. However, did Reid play too conservative in the second half on offense? I don't. I think that was just Mike McDonald's game planning adjustments in the second half that really stymied what the Chiefs wanted to do. They needed to be able to run the ball to set up the play action, and they really couldn't. I think that was more Mike McDonald being awesome. I don't know about you.
From what I saw in the fourth quarter where I could actually watch, I would agree with that. I mean, they were playing hard, and the Chiefs offense was doing what it needed to do. I didn't feel it was overly conservative.
No, I'm with you. They tried. They tried. Daniel, thank you for the one gifted sub. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. As always, love spreading the Rogue Nation cheer everywhere. Cato, thank you for the 5. You can hate us. You can doubt us. But you have to deal with us. It's fantastic. Have you guys all seen The Watchmen, the movie, the DC movie that was early 2000s? there's the scene where Rorschach gets arrested, right? And he goes into the jail. And he stands up and he said, I don't think you all realize I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me. And that's how Patrick Mahomes deals with the postseason, baby.
Oh, we just came up with another concept right there. Okay.
Daryl, thank you for being here. 38 months. Thank you.
Dang. All-time record, Daryl. I think only Gooch breaks that.
I think so. Daryl, what an awesome. I don't even have words for that, man. Thank you. Yeah. Why don't I want to hear Ryan answer this question. How much maturity did Sneed show at the end of this game?
Let's see. Did he cause any turnovers? I mean, no. I mean, he knocked one out, right? He kept them from scoring, like huge play, right? Did he get any PIs? No.
Nope.
Did he lose his temper against anybody? Get any flags? Nope. The evolution of L'Jarius Sneed to this point is what we've been talking about a lot of the season, but nothing has shown it more than the postseason run about just how far he's come. And I just hope that not being on the All-Pro keeps his cost down enough that he can come back. Because from the kid that I found trying to do film on his teammate back in the day in the pre-draft cycle, it's a complete evolution. He's one of the stories everybody missed on him. Even I missed on him because I had him as a day 3 prospect. If you redrafted today, he would be a top 10 pick. That's how good he's played. It's eternally impressive how far he's come. And that's one of those things you can never measure, because you could have interviewed him. You could have done all your research. You could have done everything. You have to put him in the room with Dave Merritt and Steve Spagnuolo, make him come together under Tyron's watch. And then with McDuffie, and then with Reid. Like, that whole thing has to come together to get to the L'Jarius Sneed that you have today.
Incredible. The fact after that big play where it was a busted coverage, he doesn't hang his head. He comes back and he makes the most clutch play of this football game. Let's be honest. MVS's catch was clutch. Yes. L'Jarius Sneed punching the football out on the half-yard line is the biggest clutch moment in this football game. They won this game because of L'Jarius Sneed, period.
Yeah, that's fair. My second game ball will go to his partner, because I don't know how he played in that gap in between, but he also made a huge play that wouldn't have directly scored, but I think it would have led to a touchdown. Yes. He had not taken that ball away from Odell Beckham as though he were some scrub that no one's ever heard of, because Trent McDuffie do not care. And that was really impressive. So he gets my second game ball.
Love it. Love it. These guys just continue to show up. The Dre Mac Show, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Appreciate you so much for being here with us for this great ride that is Chiefs Kingdom. Dave Perez, another 38 months member. Wow, you guys. Thank you. Fantastic.
Dave is one of the OGs. And we are going to get back to doing the core member feeds where we all just sit around, drink beer, and talk ball, because we have a long season coming. So, Dave, I hope to see you soon.
Absolutely. So, how about those Chiefs? You're not wrong. They're fantastic. They continue to do things that even I didn't expect them to do. Who's meeting me? Who's meeting me in Vegas? Oh, man, I wish I could be with you, man. I wish. Maybe Bleacher Report will send me to Vegas for the Super Bowl. Maybe they will. I don't know. We'll find out in the coming days about what's going on there. But you guys, you heard it here. Dave's asking who's joining him in Vegas. So hit him up. Girl, thank you for another 5. Thank you so much. How good is this defense? They're a top 3 defense in the NFL.
I mean, and what I'm really going to be keen to see is what are the statistics and what's the evidence that we can provide that they've been the best defense in these playoffs, because that's what it feels like to me. And I just have to go find the detail.
The most clutch for sure, I would say that their run defense still has been pretty awful, so that will not really be. I would say the Ravens have been the best defense in the postseason, even with their performance today. They've been the best, and I would say that. I would say the Chiefs clear number 2, clear, like zero questions asked in my opinion. So I'm sure that there are some factors that you could find to show that, but yeah, right here, Greg. I mean, we don't get to we don't get to bitch them on anymore. Why are you guys being so vanilla?
I definitely will.
I absolutely will. And I'm going to, guys. So when you say they did this all in that last year, I'm making content, y'all. I have to bitch about something. Something's got to happen here.
It's not all roses.
Thank you very much, Greg. Appreciate you. Oh, Dre Mac Show, thank you for the $1.99. Who else comes back from injury in the Super Bowl? Well, we expect Willie Gay to be back. I also expect Sky Moore to be active now that I'm thinking about it, because he should be have enough rest there. We're really waiting on word from Charles and Menahue. I don't think you're going to see Brian Cook activated next week. Probably not happening. I would say right now, based on what we know, Joe Toney doesn't play, and Brian Cook doesn't play, and maybe Charles Menahue gets back.
I'd love to see Cook come back, but you can't start him. He's been out too long. Even 2 weeks prep, it's just not going to be enough. But I'd love to have him available.
Absolutely, that'd be it'd be huge for him too. To be honest with you, it'd be huge for him. Dre Day, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you very, very much, guys. Fantastic. Love all the new members we continuously see in here. Little Caddy, thank you for the 5. What's going on? Don't let Ravens fans come for you. The rest missed a tripping call that would have been a safety and +3 in turnover differential. Ball don't lie. They also missed a huge holding call on their touchdown drive, like back in the 30-yard line. So I'm gonna start being more like this. Calls typically, they go back and forth all game, and they typically wash out. Personal fouls don't, because we know why. You can't do that kind of stuff. You can't throw a hand in a face mask and hit Patrick Mahomes in the face. You can't hit him in the chin. These things that people were complaining about, that I saw people complaining about, you can't do. You can't do it. So I'm with you, man. Ball don't lie. We're going to wrap up here with the last 4 of our member monotracks here. Reid, thank you for the 35 months. Awesome.
Yeah, that's impressive, Reid.
Travis B out here riling up the Ravens. He got Kyle Van Noy. He got him. All Kyle Van Noy had to do was stay away from the little scuffle. It would have been nothing, and nobody would have been penalized. But he allowed Travis Kelce to get in his head. And then he comes over and pushes him.
Give Tucker credit. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Don't piss off another one. Okay? Just stupid. Because no offense, Justin Tucker can affect the game, of course. Yeah. If everybody else does their job. Travis Kelce can take over a game as long as Patrick's vertical. That's it.
Just incredible. Thank you for the 35 months, man. Awesome. Dirty. Thank you for the 26 months. Everybody, have fun in Vegas if you're going. Have fun, have a blast, take advantage of it. I've been around the stadium. It's fantastic. And it sucks that the Raiders are there, but it's a really nice stadium. They did a really nice job. Have fun in Vegas. Make a week of it. Javance, thank you for the 37. We got some legit OG members in here tonight celebrating, living it up. Trying to catch up. You do you, man. You do what you got to do. Thank you. Let's go, Chiefs.
No, I appreciate all you OGs being in here, too. It's nice to see all you guys.
It is incredible. Night Hunter, 31 months. You guys just can't express how much we appreciate you guys. And yes, this is the best defense in the Mahomes era.
This is the defense I've been waiting for. If they had a speed edge that could look like Derek next year, his name's Latu, by the way, it would just look that much more like we want it to. It could be coming.
It's very close. It's very close. Thank you for the 31 months, 900. Sweaty Dog, thank you for the $4.99. This is our last super chat of the evening. We'll give our final thoughts and get you guys out of here to have a fantastic evening and celebrate with your friends and your family. Mahomes is planning not to make the mistake. Defense is that good. How does Veach do it? They have a great team. They have a great organization. One of them will no longer be in Kansas City. He will be joining Carolina. Brett Tills will be, from what I understand.
Did he accept?
From what I have seen, his office is cleared out, and he has not been traveling with the team. That was a report, and he will be going to the Carolina Panthers. So that is a huge hole that they will have to fill in the front office. But they have a great team. They do. They know what they want. They know how to execute. And Brett Veach with Steve Spagnuolo and Dave Merritt. Let's not forget, Dave Merritt has played a huge part in identifying these players and developing them. They have hit some serious draft picks in the secondary. So you got a great team around you. You can hit and you can continuously make a dynasty.
We'll have a whole discussion about what that changes in the plan forward starting soon here, folks. But I'm going to go to Locked On Chiefs here in a little bit. You'll see us live over there. Dan, do you have another game ball or you just want to wrap up?
Oh, I do. Travis Kelce. Well, come on down. Come on down. Biggest game of the season, and he comes in with one of his best performances and the most clutch. Those catches on the first drive were clutch. They were fantastic. That fourth down catch was amazing. Everything that he did in this football game allowed the Chiefs to win. So, yes, Patrick was fantastic. I think everyone was awesome. Kelce was vintage. Yes, Darth Maul. Yes, Darth. We'll just say yes, Darth. Kelce was vintage. This was a huge performance from Travis Kelce, and he absolutely deserves the game ball. He was fantastic, and I'm just going to have to, vent, and there he is. There you go.
Yeah. It's life on the road. I totally agree with everything you said. Clutch is what it comes down to. Leading from the front when you are the Hall of Famer on this roster. That's what it comes down to.
Yes.
There's lots of guys that I give my last game ball to. I do want to honorable mention just being able to get pressure is so key to not letting Lamar just pick you apart. And you saw that even when he can run, if you rush with contain and you understand who he is, you can still do a good job against him. So the whole defensive front gets a shout out from me. But you can't say enough about how far Rashee Rice has come. Another near perfect game from a kid that was dropping balls like MVS, which is now something we have to say early in the season. 8 out of 9 again. Yes, they were shorter. Yes, he's not having the impact maybe that you want in terms of yardage, but he's getting the job done, and he's an integral part of not just this offense, but the offense for next year and the year after that and the year after that, and I think for a very long time. So kudos to him. His first taste of the Super Bowl coming up. Get used to it, buddy.
Awesome. My last one that I want to talk about is 2 backup players that came up and really played very well. Nick Allegretti, yes, he did give up a sack to Justin Madubuike, one of the best players of defensive football all season long. Otherwise, he was fantastic. We saw tons of evidence of Patrick having lots of time in that first half, and a lot of it was because Nick Allegretti played very good football. Deion Bush, come on down, baby. You come in the second half of this football game, from the bench. Those 2 backup players played huge roles. Getting that interception is, again, he was triple teamed. Like, there was 3 guys back there, and he just took a shot, and we get the one guy that undercuts it. The reason that Deion Bush has been on this roster is because he understands football. He gets it. He can come in a pinch and be a starter and give you quality reps. That was a huge impact. Again, taking points, taking a drive away from the Baltimore Ravens. So hats off to Nick Allegretti and Deion Bush for having great games today.
And I'll leave you with this thought. It's not over yet. 4 quarters yet to play. There's a couple of weeks worth of practice. This coaching staff has done a better job than we have at analyzing them, is what they've done, allowing this team to grow into what it is. And it's a third way. I did hear someone talking about it. I can't remember who it was. It was audio I think I was listening to about how this organization has become a chameleon. They're winning multiple ways year after year and having to change their stripes. And that comes down to the guys that are still here. And it is Steve Spagnuolo, and it's now Joe Cullen, and it's Brendan Daly, and it's obviously Andy Reid and Nagy and Andy Heck. Andy Heck doesn't get enough credit.
No, he doesn't.
You might have complaints until recent years that they played a very finesse game, which is accurate. Yes. But he's widened himself out. He's taken out the power aspects of the game. And that is all to say that they have decided to morph as a team and as a staff. And that takes just as much work as it does for the players. So kudos to everybody there. And kudos to you guys for being here with us. We very much appreciate it. Dan locked everything down. Thank you, Dan, for being prepared before I was tonight. This is always kind of fun when this stuff goes on. So we appreciate you guys being with us. We're going to have more content for you through the week. We'll have to check on the times just because we're going to be here in Mobile. We'll have draft content for you. We'll have obviously preparations for the Super Bowl and all the follow-up from whoever wins this one. It looks like it's going to be the Lions, but we'll see what happens in the second half. So, Dan, get some rest. I know you have a drive tomorrow. We'll have dinner or something.
That's all good, guys, and we'll see what happens with the week. I'm not positive I'll be able to get a film breakdown for Wednesday with my limited technology. It's not up to par with what I'm used to dealing with. So next week for sure we'll have something for you. And thank you guys for being here. It's an incredible opportunity that we get to witness this Chiefs team. And again, I'll say it again. Don't take it for granted. Enjoy it. Have fun with your friends and family tonight. Celebrate, because again, all of you would deserve this just as much as this team does.
Yeah. And we'll be back at it this week, as will the team, and we'll have everything for you as we can from Mobile, Alabama. Thanks for being with us tonight. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of this last game. We'll talk to you tomorrow.